Win the incredible Steigercraft 21DB Miami, powered by a Yamaha 200, in the ultimate season-long multiple-species subscriber-only fishing competition, the Fisherman's 2017 Dream Boat Fishing Challenge. Go to thefisherman.com and enter today. The fishing news is brought to you by Okuma and The Reel Seat at 707 Union Avenue in Brielle. Gear up for spring trolling with expert wireline installation and a full selection of mojos, plugs, and bunker spoons.
Big black drum on both sides of the Delaware, weakfish, trophies in Cape May County all the way up in Ocean County. Of course, those giant stripers along the central and North Jersey beaches, and bluefish everywhere you look, from Cape Henlopen all the way to Canarsie. But of course, the big news this week is on everybody's minds, and that's the 2017 summer flounder season in New Jersey. I'm Jim Hutchinson with the New Jersey Delaware Bay edition of the Fisherman magazine. Here at Avalon Community Hall, it's Wednesday, and the New Jersey Marine Fisheries Commission, the New Jersey Marine Fisheries Council just let out. So here's the latest news and your report and what's going to happen with the 2017 season. Just as we posted online, what ended up happening is the council approved that 3 at 18-inch size limit, May 25th to September 5th. It's a Memorial Day to Labor Day summer flounder season. Last time we had one of those was, you'd have to go back to 2010. 3 at 18 inches. You get that 2 at 16 inches along the beach at Island Beach State Park, and of course 3 at 17 inches for you folks fishing along the Delaware Bay shore west of the COLREGS on Delaware Bay. Again, you'll have that transit zone up to the Reading Bridge as well. Now here's the lay of the land as it was. There's about 100 people in this meeting today talking about this situation with summer flounder. Not everybody's happy. In fact, even the folks that are content with the 3 at 18 inches aren't very happy with the lack of options. But again, what's ended up happening is this option that we do have, and the set of options that was discussed today, again, about 100 people showed up, was the fact that we finally got some options to discuss instead of being in that region with New York. But it is not really final. We're going to find out, because what's going to happen is this decision by the council goes to the commissioner of the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection. He's going to sign off on that. The season's going to be in place for May 25th, but there's going to be a board meeting at the Atlantic States Marine Fisheries Commission probably next week. I am understanding they may actually find us out of compliance, but what I found out tonight is even though the ASMFC said they don't like our plan in New Jersey and they're going to find us out of compliance, what we're learning is NIMS is going to have to make the final determination, and the inside track from NOAA Fisheries is they're not going to touch New Jersey. So all things considered, you can mark it off. You'll find final word in the next couple of weeks, but May 25th, right there before Memorial Day weekend, we're going to have that 3 at 18 size limit for most of the state. Now, of course, in Delaware, that season's already underway. Come May 25th, it's going to be 17 inches on both sides of the Delaware Bay, but that season in Delaware is already underway. In fact, Bob Oswald checked in with the folks at Lewis Harbor Marina just the other day with a 3 1/4 pound summer flounder fluke that he caught on a chartreuse gulp just in time for that Joe Morris Memorial Tournament this weekend that honors the late Joe Morris from over at Lewis Harbor. And the money raised from this weekend's flounder tournament is going to go to help fight cancer. Now, again, I said the black drum on both sides of the Delaware, over the coral beds in Delaware, on the Delaware side of Delaware Bay, producing some big boomers. Also just off the villas here in Cape May County. Make sure you book those trips. The guys that are running drum trips right now, they're going to run on them hot and heavy while they're around. Check the list of boats in the Fisherman magazine. Also around Cape May County, weakfish bite is turning on, that night bite for the big tide runners. Right here in Avalon, up into Barnegat Bay, up into the, right up around the Route 37 bridge we're finding out as well. And I'm sure that we're going to find out more along the Raritan as well, along the Shrewsbury and Navesink. We do have our first weakfish weigh-in on the Dreamboat leaderboard. It's an 8.89 pound fish, although it was caught in Long Island. I know there are bigger tide runner weakfish right in these waters right now. Bulkheads, bridges, nights, under the lights, pinks. Take it for what it's worth. Get out there right now. We did have the first New Jersey bluefish weighed in on the Fisherman magazine's Dreamboat leaderboard. That one goes to Stephen German, who put a 16.62 pound bluefish on the board in early May. We do have reports of fish considerable sizes up into the 20-pound range, so I'm sure we're going to see more on that Dreamboat leaderboard. They're everywhere in New Jersey. In fact, Pete from Charlie's Bait and Tackle said his boys had them in the backyard in a tidal pool and had a bunch of fish up to 20 pounds. Of course, Pete over there can't weigh in because he's an advertiser, but you can. So get in on those 20-pound bluefish while you have the opportunity. Also, you might want to consider getting the kids out this weekend. The Mullica River over Chestnut Neck Marina. The folks there in Absecon Saltwater Sportsmen, they have the Nunzi Bruno Bluefish Tournament for kids 16 and under this weekend. That's this Saturday at 7 a.m. Go in and check in with Violet at Chestnut Neck for more information on that. Of course, as we talked about last week, the big stripers are on the prowl. Ocean and Monmouth County, they're coming in from that deeper water. The live bunker bite has gotten underway. Captain Jimmy Frieda talked to me the other day. He had some big fish out there in central Jersey, outside of Manasquan. It's on fire. The crew from the Manasquan High School Fishing Club was fishing with Captain Jim Frieda last week on some of those big stripers. And I know Tommy Frieda here, he'll be fishing hard this weekend in the Governor's Cup. The surf tournament this Sunday on Island Beach. It's the 26th annual Governor's Cup here in the New Jersey region. Of course, they've got a brand new high school division. You read all about that in last month's issue. A high school division this year. Individual registration will start 5 a.m. this Sunday at Pavilion number 1 in Island Beach. But again, good signs for some big stripers in the surf. In fact, down here in South Jersey in Avalon, Tom Schultz, he weighed in a 32.34 pound fish at Avalon Hodgepodge on clam. So you've got good opportunities in the surf line with that clam, and also, as we're finding out, bunker chunks. Paul Lavinia, he had a 25-pounder Wednesday, brought into Riptide Bait and Tackle. That was caught on Riptide Bunker. Puts him in the lead for Riptide Spring Derby. That event ends this Sunday. So get on those big fish while you have the opportunity, especially around that Brigantine area. Of course, those big bass are up the Hudson and up all along the Raritan as well. We found out of some big fish being caught and released, including this 42.5-pound bass for Lauren Kerr and crew. They were on board fin chasers with Captain Frank. Again, that was a released fish. A lot of those big fish are being released. Here's a great idea for you for a non-release tournament. Check this one out. The guys at Staten Island Tuna Club have a slot fish tournament this weekend. They're hosting a unique tournament where a slot fish from 28 to 36 inches, the biggest fish between 28 and 36 inches, qualifies for payouts, and Calcutta's $1,000 cash prize. You can find out more information about that at situnaclub.com. The captain's meeting is Friday in Staten Island from 5 to 7, lines in at 7:30. Also this weekend, Saturday, May 20th, Clark's Landing in Point Pleasant has a used boat show from 9 to 5, plus a flea market from 9 to 1, and a seminar at 1 o'clock with Captain Rob Angelini. He's given a 1-hour talk on striped bass. He's going to talk about bait, jigging, and trolling. And be sure to ask about their Fishing for a Cause while you're there at Clark's this weekend. And speaking of trolling, of course, the cows have come home. You can get them on the live bait, and you can get them trolling. And I'll tell you what, better late than never with this summer flounder situation, right? You've got plenty of striped bass right now, plenty of bluefish, and again, summer flounder, fluke season in New Jersey expected to start on May 25th, just in time for the Memorial Day weekend. When we find out more information, we will pass it along to you. A great weather weekend ahead, so catch them up. Join us here next week at thefisherman.com.
The Fishing News is brought to you by Okuma and The Real Seat at 707 Union Avenue in Brielle. Gear up for spring trolling with expert wireline installation and a full selection of mojos, plugs, and bunker spoons. Win the incredible Steigercraft 21DB Miami, powered by a Yamaha 200, in the ultimate season-long multiple-species subscriber-only fishing competition, the Fisherman's 2017 Dream Boat Fishing Challenge. Go to thefisherman.com and enter today.